We're having so many questions about, okay, I love Halfpenny. I've never tried on any dresses before.
Yeah.
What's the first process that they should do now to get in contact with you?
Well, we can schedule an appointment, a virtual appointment with Hannah, so it can be a lovely FaceTime or a Zoom, so that they can sit and talk to her, talk about their dreams of their wedding and what they're imagining for their big day. And then we can do a virtual look through the website and make suggestions and get them excited and get them on a list for the minute that the boutique opens, and then they'll have a relationship with Hannah or you know, one of the team, and then they can meet that person for real and try on those dresses that they've talked about. And
yeah, and it'll be all systems go, won't it? 2020 collection. Have you got a favourite piece?
There is quite a magical dress, yes, with lots of embellishment, floral pieces, and some kind of very big wingy sleeves, and it's quite diaphanous and tulle with quite a high neck, so it's quite magical. And then there's also kind of a very big duvet style coat, but we're launching this, watch out, in the next kind of week.
Amazing.
Yeah, we've just sent a teaser video to our beautiful stockists with absolutely zero pressure to buy, let me tell you. It's just for inspiration for now, and we're gonna kind of work with them for the future of getting these new pieces into their shop. But yeah, it's exciting that Daydream is about to launch.
Amazing. I think that's the thing is with brides. I mean, I've seen so much on the internet, you know, even with people in lockdown, people are still getting engaged. People still want to be excited about their weddings, you know. It's like even the people that are postponing and maybe haven't even got another wedding date, you know, it's just to keep them motivated, I think, and just to keep them really excited, and, you know, that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Definitely, yeah.
Now, one thing that we love at Ceremony in your collection is your black dresses.
Yeah.
Now, do you have many brides picking a black dress?
We have had a couple that have gone for the whole black look, but what we tend to do with the black edit is they do a monochrome mixture, so they go black top or a ivory bottom or vice versa, or they're buying the black dress for the evening or the the night before the rehearsal dinner, and it's kind of, or it gives brides the opportunity to come back and get another piece from us post their wedding as well. So
oh my goodness, definitely. And you'll definitely wear that again. I mean, I know so many brides get their dress and they're like, oh, I'm going to dye it. I'm going to dye it. And it's like, do you ever really do that? It looks so pristine once you've had it dry cleaned again. It's like, I can't possibly.
We like to encourage. I did put a picture on Instagram yesterday from one of my stockists in Switzerland, and she'd thrown a big old chunky black sweater over the iris slip.
Oh, really?
So for us, it's kind of really, you know, we really want you to integrate those pieces into your wardrobe as best you can. So, I mean, I know sometimes if you've gone with kind of the Ellie skirt, which is a magnificent full circle kind of big drama piece.
Is that the one with the tears?
No, that one is the weekly skirt. Is incredible, isn't it?
Oh, I love that.
But one of the bottom tier does come off, so you can wear that shorter tier over a black dress, so you have two ivory kind of peplums almost. Exactly. So everything is designed to be interchanged and mixed into your wardrobe, and obviously you need to be kind of quite brave if you're going to throw on like the Ellie, the big Ellie skirt, and pop it on with a cashmere sweater. And I'm not suggesting you pop down to the supermarket in it, but I am.
At the moment, I think people are wanting to dress up, aren't they? It's like, I feel like busting a look when I go out to the supermarket, just as an excuse to dress up, isn't it? Now, you have got loads of separates, actually, haven't you? And I know you just touched on that there. But it's like, can you give us a little, does separate suit a different shape figure? Or, you know, if you wanted to conceal something, it's better in a separate or a dress, or what would you advise?
The advantage of separates is you get to create a complete unique look to yourself by taking different tops and skirts and mixing and matching them. You're also able to take the top, the outfit by changing the top or taking a layer off from day to night. So that's the advantage of that collection. I think I don't design the collection necessarily with a particular body shape in mind. I design, there are pieces that we make in more my body type, which is kind of like a size 20, for you to wear in the salon to feel comfortable and to try a sample that's closer to your body shape. But the collection really, you know, it just gives you the opportunity to work the best pieces to your body. You know, if you're, you know, slightly smaller at the top and curvier on the bottom, then the tops really work because that whole split sizing thing.
So and do you have an array of sizes in the shop, like from
yes, most definitely. So the majority of our samples are a sample 10. That's our most popular size. And that 10 will go from an 8 to a 14 with some of the stretch fabrics. And we have panels that we drop in to make them comfortable. Then we have samples in a 14, a 16 and an 18 that again will span up to the larger size. We've just recently, we're going to put out on social, we've just recently made a whole load of more samples in larger sizes, and we've just done a nice shoot where we're showing them on a 10 and an 18.
Oh, perfect.
So it's just kind of, being representational to all women. But I refuse to call the collection kind of curve. I'm kind of anti that. No. It's like, I'm a big girl myself. Why do I need to wear something that's got a special name when it's exactly the same? But
no, definitely not. I agree with you there totally. So did you always want to be a wedding dress designer, or how did it come about?
I did my degree in women's wear, specialising in bridal wear back in the late 90s. And it was bridal separates then, so it was all interchangeable again. You had little cocktail dresses with big overskirts, and you whipped those off, and you had your party dress on for the evening. So yeah, I've always wanted to do bridal wear.
Living the dream.
I am, I mean, my main career was a celebrity stylist and a costume designer, mainly for TV commercials and music videos. So that, I think, has also informed my collection in the fact that I've designed dresses for so many different styles of women and body shapes, and it makes the collection so diverse, and have that ability to be a stylist yourself and put your outfit together. It
just adds that little extra onto the whole design process, though, doesn't it? I mean, you've styled and you've dressed lots of celebrities.
I have.
Which is your favourite celebrity wedding dress that you've made?
Amelia Fox had 3 of my dresses for her wedding. She had an amazing red dress that she changed into in the evening, which that we do in ivory. But hers, her best friend on her wedding day said I'd captured her in every stitch of the dress, which was the biggest compliment.
Oh, and Millie's dress was beautiful as well with the sleeves.
Millie was a joy to work with as well. Those double bubble sleeves that we created we'd mocked up a whole load of kind of puffed sleeves, and then one day we were sort of doing a fitting, and I was like, well, let's just see what it looks like if we push 2 on, and we were like, which one do you prefer? And then we were like, oh my god, look at them together. So I love how that happens with my collection. The design of the dress when we're doing bespoke really does evolve, and it's the same when I'm designing a collection. I'm inspired by
kind of an organic process then, isn't it? Rather than saying, oh right, this is what we're going to have. I mean, what advice would you give to brides, when you come in to try a dress on for the first time, and sometimes you think you know what suits you? It's kind of all the rules are thrown out the window with the wedding dress, isn't it? Because it's just like, we don't know.
No, we don't have the rule where you have to kind of choose 5 dresses, try it on, that's your lot, off you go, or choose from a book. What we do is, there's as much not said as said when we start the little chat process at the beginning of a styling appointment, and what bits do you like about your body, which bits do you want to show off. Often then you don't want to show your arms, or I really love my collarbone, and I really want a low back, and I want fit and flex. I've got a good bottom, and my husband to be definitely would kill me if I covered that. And so it's taking all those bits and then trying. But it's quite amazing how I definitely don't want a strapless, and I definitely don't want a big skirt, or said the most, and they're the things that we shock people with the most when we go, just try this on, because then we know that we've eliminated everything, and we have so many samples in our store that you really can be any type and style or look. You can you really can be who you want to be. So it's quite brilliant that you can go full on princess, and you can go kind of soft and slinky and try.
And also you've got the trouser suit all in one as well.
We've got the death jumpsuit in the plissé pleating,
which is a really great alternative, because some girls are just not dress girly girls, do you know what I mean? But they still want to look chic, they still want to feel bridal, but without having to wear a dress. So I think that's such a great alternative. Does that suit most figure shapes though, do you think, the all-in-one jumpsuit?
Yeah, we have that. We do that. We have that sampled up in a size 18 or 20. And you can have it with a long sleeve as well, because we do find often the bigger the girl. I mean, I really don't like getting my arms out, so it's kind of taking that on board, that you can have a really lovely sleeve with it. And so.
And from choosing your dress to actually getting it, what's the kind of time scale?
We do say to try and start looking a year before your wedding, just so that there's no pressure and no rush. It used to be, until pre the drama that we're in right now, that you needed to have a 6-month lead time on your dress, just because it helped us with production, ordering fabrics and making them. We make everything in London, and we don't ship from abroad, but some of our fabrics are hand embroidered or hand beaded.
And is that all done in the UK?
Not all of the fabrics aren't made, no, but lots of our embroidery, our Big Susie skirt and our 3D dandelion veil are all made in Worthing.
Oh wow!
All of the hand flowers on the new collection are all cut out by my poor mum, who's now just done about another 1,000 this week. It's one way to keep her in, keep making jobs for her. And then they're all French knotted also in Kent as well, so they're all hand stitched as well. But then we do use beaders abroad.
The thing is, though, I think also now people are becoming so much more concerned with sustainability, carbon footprint. You know, is that something that you consciously think about now when you're making your dresses?
Manufacturing in England has always been at the forefront of my mind, and kind of quite a prerequisite, really. We have just launched our bridesmaids collection called Sister, and that is just being made in Europe at the moment, which was just for the first lot of samples, and it's all very labelled up, and we're not trying to hide that. But it's in order to get the prices to where we needed them to be. That's what we've had to do. But we're looking at setting up a factory of our own, personally, to manufacture the bridesmaids dresses in order to get them made back in the UK. So everything I've always done has always been made in Britain up until.
And has that been quite an organic process, doing the bridesmaid dresses, which is called Sister, isn't it?
Yeah, it has really. We've been asked for many years for bridesmaids dresses, and the problem that you've got is it's a lot of work to facilitate all of the bridesmaids. They're not always available at the same time. They're sometimes around the world. So we've done it as an online offering only. So your bride or you can order the dresses in, and they're not just for bridesmaids. There's cool jumpsuits in there. But say you always have 5 different styles, or 3 different styles, or 10 different style bridesmaids. So what we've done is the collections, there's around 7 interchangeable looks there, different tops go, different skirts, jumpsuits, or a dress that looks like the jumpsuit. So you can have a very tall willowy bridesmaid and she just loves a trouser, so she can do the off the shoulder jumpsuit, and then I, for example, wouldn't do the trousers, but I'd wear the dress that looks like the trousers. So that sits off the shoulder, the same top section, but it's got a skirt to the mid calf that.
And I think it's so nice when you've got your bridesmaids and kind of something a little bit different, because it just shows the personality. And one dress doesn't suit all, as we've just said. So it is nice to have flexibility, but them still to look as a unit.
Yeah, definitely.
Lovely.
Or you can have all jumpsuits, but in different colours as well. So you can have the same style, but different shades. Yeah.
Really great. Well, when I get married again, I'll do that. Now, accessories. We get asked a lot about accessories, and we're always introducing our customers to, new little bespoke brands or, vintage companies as well. What would be your must-have accessory with a wedding outfit? Or do you like to keep things simple and plain?
I've always been an ambassador of Tilly Thomas looks and her accessories. She came to me at the very beginning and said, "What do you think to these?" And I was like, "These are incredible. You need to run with this. It's so beautiful." And she's really carved such a special place in the industry now. Her stuff is just gorgeous, all British made. She sets all of the stones, and there's nothing you can't do with her. You can work on bespoke stuff, and she made Millie McIntosh's pieces. She does some really beautiful clips and stars, and lots of my friends and brides have all worn her pieces. And
so, like for Millie's wedding, did she start working on the headpiece while you were working on the dress, kind of thing, or was it an after? Yeah,
no, she did. And she'll be inspired by kind of the vision of the bride and what the dress is going to look like. So
that's so nice though, is it? Because I think sometimes when you've got the dress and then you can't find that accessory that you want to go with it, whereas if it's all happening at the same time, then it's all working in unison, isn't it?
And then shoe brands like Sophia Webster, we love the Wifey for Lifey shoes because they're just fun, and she does a little clutch bag as well. So they're kind of 2 brands that we love to work with.
Amazing. And then kind of, where do you get your inspiration from though? I mean, season after season, when designers are,
I could design a new dress absolutely every single day. I get asked this question on every interview, where do I get my inspiration? And the new collection, you'll see the teaser video that's going to go out, and it's basically, it's called Daydream, and it was inspired by my commute from Kent, where I now live, to the Atelier in Bloomsbury. And it was just daydreaming out of the window, and the kind of, it just took me back to my childhood and sort of the innocence and joy of just kind of floating off and thinking of things. So the whole collection is named after trees, because there's just tons of trees on the landscape.